Because it was also like that found footage. I think it's all that found footage camera stuff.
Right, okay. Oh, like Chronicle too, right?
Oh, I've never seen Chronicle. Who... Someone did it, and they did it very well, and I can't remember right now.
Well, there was Cloverfield, Quarantine, and Chronicle.
I can't... Right now, I just can't recall. It'll come to me later, and I'll be like, yeah, this is the best found footage. I think it was fake found footage, too, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, it was all fake, but...
I get it.
Alright, guys.
Yeah, a lot of it just has to do with the motion. That's really what it comes down to. Because I have, like, motion, whatever all that stuff's called. You know. Life is hard. It makes you sick. If life is hard, it makes you sick. So that's what's up. That's what's up. There's nothing I can do about it.
Ooh.
I got my full Celestial set.
Alright, guys, let's...
Very cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I finally got the tummy. The tummy.
The tummy?
Yep, the tummy. We were doing...
Golgoroth.
Oh, God, we were doing Oryx, Parker and I, with people. And, you know, it was definitely, like, re-remembering.
The mechanics.
It wasn't hard. It just, there was someone who, like, you know, was forgetting certain things. And so you just kind of had to get into that mode of, like, all right, you know, like, we just got to explain it to everyone. And I was using very ridiculous terminology, like for Oryx, when you have to hit him in the belly. I was like, all right, everyone, it's tummy time. It's tummy time.
It's tummy time.
It's tummy time.
Tickle his belly.
It's tummy time, guys. Because, you know, just like little things that people forget about that, like, have to get done every single time. And so I was like, you know, you don't want to like be too ridiculous. And so I'm like, okay, how can I be ridiculous every single time? I'm like, we'll just kind of make this really ridiculous to the max.
Let me tell you, people notice that they have to shoot Oryx when they hear the word tummy. What tummy? Oh, shoot Oryx. Cool.
Yeah.
Tummy
time. It's like, what is this ridiculous bitch saying? What is she saying? Oh, yes, I have to hit Oryx.
We just took Chris through that last week.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys did take Chris through it.
Good.
Yep, he got his ravenous heart. He got all that shit.
Oh, good. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Because that Touch of Malice might come in handy. Or who knows? It might not, but, you know, at the end of the day, who knows?
Yeah.
But,
I was using it.
Oh, so let's get this thing officially started. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I
just got to check on Trish in a couple minutes, make sure she did wake up.
All right, sounds good.
So we're good. So let's do this thing.
All right, go ahead, Gauzy, get in front of me here, and I'll take us. I'll get us started.
Oh, we're doing it right here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll just start off right here. We'll start off here, and then we'll do the pick later.
Oh, okay.
We'll do the pick
I see
here.
what you mean.
Yeah, we'll start now, and then we'll do the pick later here at the tower.
Okay.
Temple, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Temple.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Waking Up with Soop and Sugah. Today is Tuesday, March 14th, and you guys are watching or listening to episode 47. I almost said
47, yeah.
I'm getting to that point where I'm starting to lose count of episodes. But it is another beautiful Reset Tuesday, and of course, I am your host, the unbelievably handsome Soopkichen. And with me today, the man who slays at trials, DJJ9 9-0 Go! What's going on, buddy?
Oh my God, you're such a liar. What's going on?
You're rocking the gear. I don't know. You gave me that impression. Scary looking.
0-9, buddy. 0-9, not 9-0.
Oh. And of course, the always sexy looking. She looks like she's ready to like watch Alien Covenant with that movie. It looks like a very xenomorph alien helmet. It's Sugah Tits.
Hey guys.
Oh man. Alright guys, let's get going here. Let's get our strike started. We've got Solar Burn this week. It means, I don't know, either Icebreaker or Yellerhorn.
Yes, all of the above.
All of the above. So, let's dive into our first segment right away as we get started here with these strikes. Because we had a live stream and we watched a live stream. So we got a ton of information. And not only did we get a ton of information, we're going to get more information tomorrow. So, let's get started with video game news. Let's do Destiny first. We always do the Destiny first because let's face it, we are Destiny addicts. Even though,
big time.
You know, even though there's this highs and lows, right? And this is definitely a low point. Right? It's almost like you're an alcoholic and you're like, oh man, this is low. But when the highs are high,
soon to be a high point again.
You're with your friends, you're drinking, you're all together. You drink too much, your friends start leaving, you're the only one in the room, you start puking on yourself, you're kind of falling asleep. But the highs, they're coming back. People are stepping back into the room. Second wind. That's what's happening. We're getting the moments of triumph and
age.
Oh yeah, the age of triumph. I'm thinking moments.
Age of triumph.
Yeah, I'm thinking moment. Was it moments of? Before they were moments of triumph.
It was moments of triumph.
Before.
Yeah.
Where the
now
books
it's the age because it covers everything.
Exactly, because it was the first moments. We're past those moments, and now
we're past those moments.
We're at the end.
We're past those moments.
We're at the age.
We're at the age now.
But
I had no sword.
Yeah, Age of Triumph. Now we're getting a new book with a whole bunch of new goodies. We get 13 pages of good stuff. What do you guys think of 13 pages?
Awesome.
Awesome? You don't think too much?
Awesome. No, God, no.
No?
I mean, you look at how they break them down, though. Like, one page is for the Hunter.
Definitely.
One page is for Titan. One page for Crucible. One page for Trials.
Yeah.
One page for Strikes.
They got them, yes.
So, I mean,
they got them for every activity in the book, in the game. You got your Crucible, you got your PvE, you got your raids, you got your strikes, you got your class-specific pages, like Gauss said. There's one for story, so if you completed the story missions, they will be checked off there for you. And from this book, you get a lot of really cool emblems, and so far I've seen one shader. So during the live stream, they showed the one shader and then all the cool emblems that you get. My question is, are you guys disappointed that all there is emblems and shaders? No, like, gear tied to it, like the way the Rise of Iron book had that sweet set that...
I don't see a point in gear. You know, like, what am I going to do? Get some gear so that I can, like, wear it for, like, a hot second and be excited and then not need it?
So you're not excited about the raid coming back with new gear?
That's raid gear, like...
But Age of Triumph gear would have been, like... Like, it would have sounded epic. Age of Triumph gear. Like,
I understand. I'm not saying.
I thought I heard that there was gear.
No,
there's no
gear.
Age of Triumph.
There's no Age of Triumph gear from your book. You can't. There's no gear from the book. There's gear from the Vault of Glass and Crota, and all the raids are going to have new gear. But the book itself doesn't have any gear to give as a reward. Just a shader, or shaders, and we've only seen one so far, and a ton of emblems. A shit ton of emblems. So Sugah's like, why grind for the greatest stuff that you can't bring over to year 2? or Destiny 2.
True.
Exactly, like I feel like you're grinding for that, where with the raid, you're gonna get it dropped. Like all you have to do is do the activities.
So are you not going to do your book now because
I'm going
grinding
to do
for...
my book, but what happens if
grinding
what
for
happens if there's
shaders
something I can't get? I know that going flawless might be a challenge for me, and so it's one of those things of because they set it up so that there might be the possibility that just in case, like versus doing a raid, like I'm going to do that no matter what, whether like I can or can't, you know what I mean? Like those things I know are going to happen, where something that I might not be able to control, so they're kind of making it a little easier for me.
Right. But, you know, it's shaders and emblems, so if gear isn't giving you that you know, that kick in the ass, then shaders and emblems just doesn't seem like a powerful incentive.
I guess, but I like the emblems. To me, the emblems are, because I think the emblems are something that can kind of like hold true when you go back and you look at your character. Even though you're not playing on your character, the emblems are the first things that you see on each character, where gear, I would have to either go into my character, log in, click take a picture. Like when you comment on a forum, whatever like emblem you choose, you know what I mean, people can see that, so I feel it is a little more you
See, hang on a second.
Yeah, I reckon you're correct. So they're giving us a ton of emblems, and I mean a ton.
And I like that. I mean, I'm someone that I'm trying to collect every single one. I like go to Ava every single time. I have like.
Well, there's an
everyone
emblem
except
for people
one
like
from
you.
her.
It's a collector's emblem. So if you like collecting sparrows or ships or calcified fragments or what have you, there's a whole page dedicated to collectors.
Yeah. I thought this had it.
So, and the way they've set up the book, you don't have to 100% everything in Destiny to 100% the book.
Right.
You can, for example, the trials page, right? They gave you 8 tasks to complete. But in order to complete that page, you can only finish, you could finish 6 out of the 8 tasks, and boom, your page is done. So you don't necessarily have to go 9-0 to finish the trials page.
Yeah, so you don't have to go to the lighthouse.
You don't have to get Wrecking Ball. You don't. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm reading a massive
I think it's going to be fun. I mean, I'm really liking these raids. I mean, everybody's like getting right back into it. Like, let's go do this.
Everyone is getting ready for the raids.
What they say, week 1's going to be Crota?
Right, week 1 will be Crota, and we'll get into the raids in a second. Let's finish talking about the book first. Because you rank up in the book, you get your emblems, and then at the very end, they did the same thing they did for, what was it, year 2 Moments of Triumph, where they gave you a shirt? Right? Because for year 1, they didn't give you anything.
No, year 1.
And then for year 2, you got the code, and you get the shirt for, what, $14.99 or whatever?
Yeah.
It basically comes down from like $777,000, because that's what it's priced in at the Bungie store. So they're going to do the same thing this time. You rank up, you get your code, you get your shirt, you get your Age of Triumph shirt, and you get to put your gamer tag on the sleeve.
That's cool.
I was talking to Sugah. I was like, this is like the last...
This is one of the ones that
this is the last like
do.
Destiny thing that is... I'm like, we should get this shirt. And we're totally... We're gonna complete our book, and we're gonna get our shirts. And we're gonna have super cool camera gamer tag, Soopkichen, Sugah. So, the shirt thing is cool. I kind of wish they gave you a little bit more of a discount, though, right? Like you're basically paying at regular price for a shirt. Like,
True, you're basically giving me the option to get them.
Right.
That's all you're really doing.
All you're really doing. But like maybe give me maybe like a $10 shirt.
Yeah, how much is the shirt?
It's $14, and then I think once you like get it with your name and whatnot on it, it comes up to 20.
Right?
So it's $20 shirt.
$20
Still,
shirt.
that's not bad.
No, it's not bad, but I'm just saying.
Exactly, but that's
but
still
don't-
very pricey for the two of us.
Well,
you know
not,
what I
and not
mean?
only that, like
It's $40.
well, you get to the
plus
end of a book.
shipping,
Like this is a
50
reward.
bucks.
This is a reward at the end of a book. That's like beating. You know, that's like beating a video game, and then the end of the video game's like, all right, now you can go to Walmart and buy a shirt.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying?
Touched me.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's like you beat God of War, and then God of the War is like, congratulations. Now you can go to Target and buy yourself a God of War T-shirt. You're like, oh man, thanks.
You're like, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
So not to sound ungrateful or anything, it's cool, but I just wish they gave you a little bit more of a discount when it came to these things. And I guess we'll see. Maybe, you know, Bungie hears stuff. Maybe in the future, you know,
Maybe they'll understand.
maybe they'll make record books kind of hard.
I don't even think it's them. I think it's Activision.
You think it's Activision? I think
always-
it might be them because it's just
Because this is actually...
well because like there's the top % of Destiny players that are
I
on
got
every
hammers
day.
if you want.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, do it. Get those orbs. There's that top percentage of Destiny players that play every day, and they go to the lighthouse, and they've done all the raids, all the challenges, and they've got all the tier, you know, all the tiered up gear and shit. And then there's the casual guy that comes home from work, plays for an hour or two, and then his wife is like, "What are you doing? Get back in bed." And that's it. He's like, he's got to take his kid to play the next day, and then after that, there's the meeting with Jorgensen, and then he doesn't get to play until next Tuesday.
My stomach
So,
drops whenever you make a jump like this.
I could understand if they like made a record book that was really hard and you couldn't get this gear or this emblem and you would be upset. However, if they made a record book that was kind of hard, from kind of to really hard, and you completed the record book, you got a free
And you
shirt.
got a code.
You got a
Yeah.
free shirt, right? Because you
Yep.
earned this free shirt. Like, not a lot of people got this free shirt because it was
For 3
fucking
years of
hard to
service.
get.
Yeah.
Right. So that would have been awesome. Like, just make your
That
record
would.
book, I don't want to say impossibly hard, but damn near impossibly hard. Sure, you're going to have people that are complaining, but it's a shirt. At the end of the day, it's a shirt. It's not something in-game that's going to give you more attack or more health or whatever, more shields. It's a shirt.
I bet
It's a
would
shirt.
still work. Aren't you glad I could
So,
help?
you know, no matter who you piss off, you can't really, you know, they can't really be that pissed off at you because it's a shirt. So I think that would be really fucking awesome. You did something incredibly fucking stupidly hard, free shirt. Free fucking shirt with your gamer tag on it. Just pay shipping and handling. There you go.
There you fucking go.
But now, let's get into what Gao had to say. The raids. Those sweet, sweet raids are all coming back. We got Crota. We got Atheon. They called him Atheon on stream.
Yeah.
There was like a little like a voiceover cutscene with the speaker, and the speaker's like, "You've defeated Atheon." Crota. I was like, Atheon. Damn. This whole time I've been calling him Atheon. Sounds a little weird too, Atheon.
Doesn't it?
But yeah, they're bringing Atheon back, Crota back, they're bringing Oryx back, and they're not giving them the Takenified or the Sivified treatment. They're leaving them as is. So the way you originally played them, that's the way they're gonna stay. The only thing that will change, however, is they did say they're gonna change a couple things in the raids, like, for example, the Oracles. They felt the Oracle round was a little too long, so they're going to maybe cut down a couple of the Oracles, so it's not that long. So stuff like that.
That's cool.
They
That's cool.
obviously they went through Crota. They fixed all the glitches, so you won't be able to glitch or cheese, you know, your way across the bridge, and you won't be able to do any of that good stuff. So they went and they fixed all that. And they've
They're not
added
gonna stop me
challenges.
from running my lamps, are they?
No, they're not going to stop you from running your lamps. But they've added 2 new challenges to Atheon, Atheon, and Crota. Now, let's put on our spin metal helmets here, and let's theorize. Let's contemplate. Let's get superstitious. What do you guys think that the 2 challenges are going to be? Let's start with Atheon. Or Atheon, however you want to see it.
Alright. 2 challenges.
Two challenges.
It's got to be something with the portals.
Right, one's going to be... And they've said the Atheon challenge, like, once you get to the boss fight, the actual Atheon challenge, is the hardest challenge that they have made in the game.
Yeah.
So... I don't know. Do you think they're going to maybe... I don't know. What could they do?
Right?
What could they do? You know, I'm sure.
Well, we got to think about challenges and like how they make it so that we all have to do something. That's a big thing. That they...
What if it's timed?
No, they've never done any time challenges.
Because that gets to be a little hard.
Yeah, I don't know. This one's hard. Challenges in the past have been the Golgoroth challenge, the War Priest challenge, and the Oryx challenge. You got to activate all plates for Oryx. You got to do the slam thing for Axis and the Wrath Machine. Guys, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Oh no, I wanted it, but I didn't get it. For Crota, I can think of a couple things.
What?
Much like Golgoroth, or the War Priest, how everyone had to like cycle the aura. Mm-hmm. Maybe everyone has to use the sword. Like only one person can like use a sword at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like if you use a sword and you hit Crota, you can't hit Crota again, or you won't complete the challenge. Someone else on your team has to grab the sword and hit Crota.
Yeah, I can see that.
I kind of had a feeling it had to do with those 2 plates that are in the Crota room that we've never used.
2 plates in the Crota room?
Yep, there's 2 plates in the Crota room. And they look just like the plates you stand on when you build the bridge.
Really? I've never noticed that.
And there's 2. There's one on each side.
Huh.
Some of them just don't like you.
So I'm wondering if
Wait, what?
where you used to go pop your bubble to draw the fire of the knights up there.
I'm
There's 2
not-
plates, and one on this side and one on that. Now I heard a rumor that in hard mode they came up with the chalice, but it's in the upper level, and I think you build those 2 plates, and it like something happens where you can get up there. So I'm wondering if that's
it sounds like a lot to do within that Crota time period, because if you don't hit Crota within a certain time limit, he moves. He'll like move left or right.
He's got that eye.
right, but maybe it's something that you have to do
Before you kill the
Like,
knight, or while you're killing the knight.
Yeah, it's something like when you bring out the first gatekeeper or whatever, you know. I mean, I think because there was always those plates there, and I heard that it was to build like almost stairs that go up to the top level, and there's a chalice up there for hard mode, but they never activated them. But they're there. That's what I heard.
Now, 2 challenges. Do you guys think the second one's going to be the bridge?
Right after you landed on the dreadnought, then the Centurion and the Taken Ogre tried to stop you from killing the king?
Or
And
the lamps? Everyone has to run the lamps as a group.
They lost their commander.
I kind of felt like it was going to be something with the Death Singer.
Most of the system goes with it.
Why the Death Singer? The Death Singer didn't necessarily have mechanics. It was just like, kill the wizards, kill the shriekers, kill the singer.
Well, let's see.
where the maze, the thrall maze, would kind of make sense, like, you know,
like every
all having
person
to
has
move
to
together.
activate
Yeah,
each lamp.
right.
Like the lamps have to be activated with all members.
6 guardians. Like, you need 6 guardians light
Why do you think they
to.
crashed their
To
ship?
activate,
the lamp.
the lamps.
Those are extreme tactics for the Cabal.
Right.
The Vanguard inches
I'm
into
just,
the
yeah,
signal
because
from
usually when they do challenges, they want to include the whole group. They want to make sure you're not sitting back in a corner, just shooting ads and having someone pull you through.
Yeah, they want you involved.
So, and this one's just a little harder for Atheon to kind of think about it. I mean, the Nexus mine, I think, would be one. I think passing that shield around
They're the ones leading
is
the
going to be a
assault on
thing.
power core. Mark
The
them
shield that you
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
knock down the Nexus's
Yeah.
shields.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I know. I just did it with Kyle, who had actually never done that strike before. Which was
Raid.
What?
Right?
But it was in the strike.
Oh,
remember?
the strike with okay, because the new Nexus. I said Nexus. I was thinking about what's the? That's not the Nexus. Who is it? The who's the raid boss?
Templar and
The
Atheon.
Templar. There you go. The Templar.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
And that's like right after the.
But yes,
The concept.
much like the new Nexus mechanic, where you have to grab the shield, for the Templar, I think you're gonna have to swap Guardians for that shield. Like, not, you know, if you want to do the challenge,
Everyone, yeah?
everyone has to knock
yeah.
down. Well, not everyone, but you have to do a rotation to knock down his shield.
Exactly. And so it could obviously be like Golgoroth, if you knock it out in
2 rotations.
2 rotations, then only 2 people
then-
have to do it.
Right. Right.
Yes. Which is nice. When we were running King's Fall, that's how we happened to do it. You know, it was just an accident.
And I'm
Which
still
is so
racking my
nice.
brain over Atheon. What can they do to Atheon to ensue challenge mode? You got your left
Maybe
and your
it's got
right
something
portal.
to-
They
Yeah,
teleport
maybe
you.
it's got.
something to do with what, Gauzy?
I think it might have something to do with the portal rooms.
The portal rooms?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, everybody has to be teleported and everybody has to use the relic.
Well, I mean, they can't teleport everyone because someone has to stay out to open the door to keep that way you can come out.
Yeah.
True.
But I understand what you mean with the rotation. Everyone is going to have to hold the relic, which I'm excited about because literally just talking to other people, you know, already
There's
it's
so
like,
many people, yeah, that haven't done
I
it.
always run the relic, and I'm like, fuck you, you're the reason I never ran it. And I'm like, thank God for challenges. Like, now I'm going to have to learn how to do it.
That's exactly what challenges do. They kind of
That's
make you learn the
literally
mechanic.
What King's Fall Raid did, and I feel why I was so successful and able to run people through it was because of those challenges, because it got to the point that it was like, all right, everyone has to do this and everyone has to do that. And so instead of doing your normal job that you knew your light level could do, because that's always a big thing, is if you're not the light level that the rest of your team is, obviously you need to be, you know, you're not going to do as much DPS, so you need to be in a certain spot. But challenges make it where it's like, oh the fuck well, this is what needs to go down.
Yeah, it's definitely true. And there are so many people that not only haven't done a raid, a VOG raid or a Crota raid, like you said, Shug, like, they don't know any of the mechanics.
Yeah, like, I didn't know mechanics. Like, I mean, I knew the mechanics, but, like, I cannot do the relic successfully. I've done it only because I'm like, I'm grabbing it and I don't care, but that was when we went back in after I was a higher light. That wasn't while we were doing it right off the bat. And still, I wasn't successful in it. It's just like, you teach yourself what to do because you're like, I want to learn. Everyone else can fuck off.
And then I think people, I think the same thing is true about Crota, but I think only because Crota had so much cheese, it gave you a fucking heart attack. Clogged your arteries.
I learned what cheese
dairy.
was because of Crota.
find
I
them.
never
Let's
knew
check
what
the bridge.
cheese was.
Like, if you were lactose intolerant and you were playing Crota, you would have a bad night. Like, you would just be running to the bathroom all night.
I'm really not one for fancy
Because
speeches.
Crota was just covered in cheese. So, a lot of people, like, would just stand there at the other end of the bridge and wait for someone to sword their way across, finish it, and then boom,
then
that was
wait,
done.
Warlock res.
Or...
Yeah.
Snipe from across the way.
Or a lot of people like Gauzy, the lamps. Now, we do it to run Flawless Raider, and we do it to... sometimes some people just don't want to run lamps. Or we get a raid
Right.
started and someone's not ready, and they're like,
Right.
well, just go ahead and run lamps, and I'll get ready while you guys are running lamps. But the lamps maze is a whole other thing that I feel a lot of people don't know. They don't know which lamp to run to or which way to go. I get lost a lot of times
Right,
during
I
lamps.
have to not get frazzled in order to find it, and then those thralls, they fuck it up, and you're like, fuck.
So already, those are two
Thralls.
things that I feel like people skipped over. Like, that's like the first half of the raid, dude.
Yeah, I loved running the lamps though. That was my thing. I really loved it.
It is your thing, Gaio. Still your thing. What are you talking about? We just did Crota. You ran it like how many times?
Oh my God, 6 or 7, I think.
Now, how ironic is it that we were doing Crota, running flawless people through Flawless Raider,
Yep, and then we get the announcement.
and then we get the announcement that Crota is going to be like the first challenge to come back.
I know.
I feel
I know.
like we were practicing, we got our stuff ready. We're
Yeah.
so ready for Crota.
Yep.
And ready to run other people through it, which I think is like, if you get 6 competent people that can run through something and make it like a muscle memory, then those 6 people can go out and take 6 other people each and run them through a raid. And then you've got those people. So it just makes for it just makes for a good community. So yeah, so guys, if I say grab your fire teams, grab your clan members, grab people who haven't done it. Take this time
The
of
brothers don't know their commander is dead. This
Downtime.
take this downtime
power of the Brotherhood bond.
and just
go learn it.
practice, just stress-free practice. You don't have to worry about. Don't stress out if someone keeps fucking up. We're just doing this to practice. Practice makes perfect. Don't no need for tilt.
And every time somebody does fuck up,
And
it's a
explain.
learning. It's
Yeah,
a
it's a
learning
learning
experience.
experience.
Because especially for you, the person running them through it, why did they fuck up? What is it that they don't understand? Also, a big thing that you got to realize that sometimes certain people are just mix matched in terms of sides. Maybe the way that you have the team split up, one person just isn't pulling their weight, and so they need to be with someone else that can kind of finding the balance in your raid team. That's a fun thing to find out who should be paired together and who should be where, who is really great at one thing and can really hold down their spot, and someone else who can come in and support. So really finding that balance, and it's fun. That's also what helps you become a better raid leader and a better raid player as well.
Yeah, definitely. And then in the
Well
end,
said.
you're just creating better raiders and better people.
Better raiders,
Better raiders.
exactly.
Like, at the end of the day, you're just
Yep.
making better raiders.
And then you're just making a stronger team.
Take your time to explain something, and you're making the Destiny world a better place. And I think now is that time, because there's no stress of like, oh, I have to get challenge done because I need to get this for my book, or I need to get this piece of gear, or I need to get my black spindle. So
Yeah, no stress.
but
Ooh,
I
those
mean,
are purple.
definitely a time to practice, a time to teach, a time to enjoy. I think a lot of people are complaining about the downtime. I think this announcement, this Age of Triumph announcement, I think it's brought an oomph back into people.
Oh, what the heck?
So we're not getting returning raid gear, right? Like, they're not bringing the old Vault of Glass gear back and the old Crota gear back. They are giving
kind of,
us
sort of.
Well, they're
It's
giving us
gonna-
new gear with ornaments. And the ornaments are cool and sexy and raid specific. For example, the Vault of Glass raid ornaments. it looks like your Guardian lost his leg and has a robot Vex leg. Have you seen that, Gauzy?
No.
That is what the gear looks like, Gauzy.
It's really funny.
It looks really fucking cool. Okay? Let me tell you, I am really excited for this new gear. So they did a really good job. And then for the Crota, it looks like one of the ornaments for Crota, it looks like, the way I can explain it is like rocks and debris floating around in gravity, but instead of like floating around in space, they're floating around your body. Kind of like when you look
the
up in
eyeball thing.
Right, when you look up in the sky at the Oversoul and it's like one rock,
Oversoul,
right.
yeah.
That's what your gear looks like. Like it's got little floating Oversoul meteors around it. So already, and these are just like two ornaments out of the what, four ornaments, for one for each raid that you can get. That is fucking awesome. Oh my god.
I know, these little... It's supposed to be solar burn, but they're purple. Burn. And I'm like, why are you purple?
Yeah.
It's still purple, but solar breaks the shield. It's like...
It doesn't,
it's
though.
Like a pain in the butt.
It doesn't break the shield, because I'm using twice as much ammo for something that would normally take like 3 hits. These little purple.
But, the ornaments are looking sexy.
The
guns are coming back.
Really foxy.
I wonder what the ornaments are going to look like for Oryx. Like they've already done the Taken look, right? With that Taken gear set that they gave us.
Yeah, they have.
So what are they going to do now? You think they're going to do something like? Have you guys seen the ornaments for the Black Spindle and the Thorn? That bony type of.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do something cool like that? Because the raid
isn't that kind of the raid gear? I mean,
it kind of is.
If you wear the bone marrow shader, it kind of looks like that.
Okay, all right. You're right.
So,
you're right. So what do you think? What do you think? Because they've done Taken, they've done the bony look. What other look can Oryx provide? For the Wrath of the Machine, that one's easy. Like
reddish.
Some an actual Siva-fied Guardian, right?
Yeah.
With like Siva veins and Twizzlers coming out of your chest. Like that would be really fucking awesome. But for the Oryx one, that one's kind of like I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because if you did normal mode, your gear was white, and if you did the hard mode, it was black.
It was black, correct.
So,
which I loved. I rocked that on my Titan so hard. I guess the biggest thing is just continuing to go in with that bony look.
I reckon, yeah.
Yeah, maybe more of a skeleton look, maybe.
Yep.
Possibly, yes. A little more hardcore skeleton look.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got our book, we got our gear, we got our ornaments, we got 13 pages of goodness.
13 pages.
We got our returning raids. Guys, Gao was asking about this. He's like, oh, I wonder what they're going to say about Vault Space.
Nothing. No Vault Space? What are you talking about?
There is no Vault Space.
No.
Bungie came out and said on their weekly update, they said, there was the question, will there be more Vault Space?
No.
And their answer was no. The following collections added in previous Destiny updates were the final storage solution implemented for Destiny 1. Your exotic weapon kiosk, your exotic armor kiosk, your ship kiosk, your shader kiosk, your emblem kiosk, your emote kiosk, your holiday item kiosk, and your abandoned quest kiosk. All these kiosks were made to relieve space from your vault. So sorry guys, we're gonna give you tons of new gear. We're bringing back the old ray guns, but we're not gonna give you any more vault space. No.
No.
I know Gao, how do you feel about it?
I'm kind of bummed. I mean, because it's like I have all this armor and stuff that I've been hanging on to.
Well, you gotta make your choices. What's the most important stuff? That's what they're telling you.
Exactly.
I mean, but you're right. But the fact that they told us that, hey guys, we're gonna keep Destiny 1 up and running, so you can come back to Destiny 1 to support your shit whenever you want. it's like, then why didn't you let me keep all my shit so I can just come back and put on my old stuff and jump into a Crucible Mash or into an old raid or something? Meh. I guess.
They just want to limit you.
They
want to limit you, boo.
I reckon. Destiny 2 better have a lot of fucking wall space, Bungie. Let me tell you right fucking now!
Yeah, because it's like they make all this cool stuff, but you can't have all of it.
You cannot have all of it for your Hunter, Titan, and your Warlock. You can have all of it for one character.
Right.
That's what they give you enough space for.
Fucking true. You know what? I'm not gonna lie though. I can't wait until Destiny is done and I don't have to collect gear anymore, because then I can fill my character with gear, like have no more empty slots, and just swap between gear, right? And all that stuff that goes to my postmaster can go to my postmaster. I don't give a fuck. It'll feel so good. So good. Just to have like 5, you know, filled, 6 chests, 6 arms. All beautiful. Just swap.
That's what I'm rocking right now. My vault's full. I'm full. My post office is full.
Wow. Yeah, they yeah.
I feel like they would say you gotta like let some things go.
They just let it go.
They like do not encourage hoarding at all.
They definitely want to
they
get
make
away
the
from
sublime armor for. There's 2 different types of sublime armor. So, you know, so right there's, you know, 2 helmets, 2 arms, 2 chests, 2 legs.
Oh, I know what you mean. Plus, there's a normal and a hard raid set for
You got your black and your white.
Yeah.
For every raid, right? For Crota, for Atheon, for
I feel like a woman. I'm like, there's just isn't enough closet space. I need you to build me a bigger closet. And Bungie's the husband in relationship, like, no, you don't need more closet space. Get rid of some of this shit. You don't wear this anymore.
You don't need 12 pairs of black shoes. It's like, but they're all different styles.
You don't understand.
Right, because there's Iron Banner, there's Trials,
and there's every
Iron Banner.
single Iron, and especially because for PlayStation they started making the PlayStation exclusive Iron Banner set. So like,
or the PlayStation exclusive gear, period.
And then they just came out with this holiday stuff, you know, the snow stuff. You know, so it's like,
and then
what
the
do you
Taken
do?
set, the full Taken set as well.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So it's like all we needed was like one more page.
One more page. Just one more page in your weapons and your gear. Fuck the other one.
The weapons are different because, you know, you can just get rid of your exotics.
You can, but then
pulling
out and finding something to infuse into it is a pain in the dick.
Yeah, that was where a lot of my space was getting taken up, and I had to do some hardcore organization because I had a lot of stuff to infuse, you know, and I didn't have the space to house it. So then I was just going back and forth, passing things around until I like finally had enough space to do that thing. But no, like the thing I think is hard. I think there should be kiosks yeah, you know what? That's right. Die for making fun of me.
I didn't make fun of you.
You did.
I didn't make fun of you. I said kiosks.
There should just be kiosks for your gear. Because especially for like class items and things, like it's like why
class items definitely. I want a kiosk for all my cloaks.
Why do I have to delete this? Because there's some blue cloaks. Like there's some really cool blue cloaks that I would like to keep. They're just some ones that you like get from doing silly missions and ones from shacks, and they're fun and they would be really fun to be able to have, but I have no space for them. And there are a lot that I'm like, ooh, this is really cool, but sorry, I don't have space for you. And so it gets a little interesting when Bungie says to me that they, you know, we want you to be able to create your character and create your world, but you do really limit me, Bungie. You like limit how how I can make them look this certain way because you only give me so much space to house it. And I get that they're like, we don't want you guys to be hoarders. Like, they've said this over and over again, which is, I think, one of the reasons we're not able to take our characters with us. You know, I think that's a big thing is they don't want us just wearing the same
same
thing.
gear,
They don't want us wearing the same thing
using
over
the same
and over,
guns.
using the same stuff. They want us to grow as they grow, and I understand that. So that's where I'm like, well, just put caps on things, like making it so that the gear can only go to whatever does limit that, so that as Bungie continues to grow in light level and your guardian gets stronger, like, I get it, I can't bring those with me.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I don't want to, like, save them and reminisce, or do something like Diablo does, where, like in hard mode, where your character dies, but you can still, like, see them and visit them with all of the gear that was on there on the website.
Yeah.
Like, make it where it's like, I can at least see it, because once it's gone, and then I can, like, never look back and be like, yo, look at how far I've come. And I feel that as a guardian, that's, like, kind of what, they want. They want you to... They want to show, look at how far you have come as a guardian, which is why
that
we're
was
getting...
their main...
that's why we're getting new gear.
That was their whole pitch. There's this really cool thing that Pokemon does, and I know you guys haven't played the Pokemon games, but when you beat the Elite Four, which is basically like end game for Pokemon, they record the Pokemon that you used and like what your trainer looked like. That way, when you go back and you looked at like the first time I beat the Pokemon League compared to like the third time, my Pokemon were different, and you can see that. It would be really cool if they added that feature to raids in Destiny, where at the end of the raid, they recorded your Guardian and the gear that they were wearing, so everyone could kind of look back and be like, oh, I beat my first raid with so-and-so, and this is what we were wearing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's fun.
Like, just allow me to look back. Don't let me, like, even if you won't let me keep the gear anymore, allow me to, like, look back.
Exactly. And I think that that's kind of, they tell me certain, they're like a girlfriend that, like, tells you certain things, but truly she, like, kind of is unsure about it herself. I'm like, you don't make no sense to me. You make no sense to me. Our relationship, it doesn't make sense.
I love you, girl, but you cray.
You cray, girl. I love you so much. I love you. I want to love you, girl. I want to love you. Why you make it hard for me to love you, girl?
Well, speaking of love and Destiny, there's going to be new ways to love Destiny, and of course we've told you about them. But now we're going to give you. But now we're going to give you the deets. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty.
Give me the deets.
All right. Remember we talked about those badass McFarlane toys that are coming out?
Give me the deets. Give me the deets. Whoa.
Well, Gowsy, I not only have a day for you now, I also have a price for Lord Saladin. Because remember, we weren't sure about Lord Saladin and how he was going to be priced?
Yeah.
Well, Lord Saladin and all his 10 inches of glory are priced at $35. And his helmet does come off, and so you can take off his helmet and see his sexy face. And maybe give him a kiss on the cheek, and then put the helmet back on, and then put it on your mantle.
Very cool.
Very cool. Yes. And then the Guardians, which of course are priced at $20 and they're 7 inches. Those puppies are out July 7th.
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Go through 'em.
So they're a little spanned out, which is kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. So we can get our Guardians first,
right? And then your Saladin, Galahorn.
Get your Saladin. So like they made it a little easy for us to save instead of like all of it at once. And
they're like, we want all your money, so
money.
we're gonna do this smart.
It's true, because like to have to like put down all that money on pre-order and then to have to pick them up like right away. That's a lot of cash to have to come up with at one time.
There you go, guys. Get ready. Go pre-order your Guardians now. I heard GameStop was taking orders for the Galahorn.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right? So I'm like starting to wonder if like, because like Best Buy just pops and figures too. So I wonder if they'll do pre-orders.
You're gonna have to start checking every day.
I will.
And we need to actually go to GameStop now. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I really don't want to get my toys. I don't
want to give GameStop money.
Things like crap.
They treat the products like crap.
Fucking crap. And I can say this like from a real life stance. I'm not just making this up. Anyone who thinks that like GameStop is the shit, you don't know what you're talking about. They treat things like crap. They have no respect for it, and because they don't understand. So
They just don't understand.
they don't understand. They take your money and have no respect for it.
No respect. They got no respect. Kids these days, they got no respect.
They got no respect.
None.
But guys, go get ready to get your Guardians, July 7th, and we already said we're gonna Giri. Shit, so sexy, so fucking sexy. I'm gonna be playing with mine. I'm gonna take mine out. I'm gonna be like pew pew, and be like, hey Soop, let's raid. I'm gonna be like, I am raiding.
I am raiding. Look at me go.
Oh, all right. Let's move away from Destiny. Too much fucking Destiny news. Let's go over to the rest of our video game news, guys. Let's go over to Resident Evil because Gauzy, Resident Evil Revelations 1 is coming to the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Oh,
both physically and digitally, right?
All right.
Okay,
Still
go.
getting strong
So they said sometime this fall. I hope they price it at $20. If it's more than $20, I'm like, this is a game that's been out for a long time now. You've remastered
No,
it.
I think it'll be 20.
$20. So
How many times can you make me pay for this game?
$19.99.
now let me tell you, even though yes, I will get it on PS4 once like Black Friday comes around and it goes down to like $8. It's totally worth the $8. It's totally worth $10. It's totally worth the 20. So go get it if you haven't played it. However, if you haven't played it and you have a 3DS, go out and find it for the 3DS because this game is in 3D on the 3DS. And that's the way I first played it. Let me tell you, the mechanics are not only smooth and it plays really well on the 3DS, in 3D it is awesome. It is fucking awesome. It is a good game in general.
What is going on with my jump?
But the fact that it comes in 3D, it just makes you do things to your pants. That makes you need to change your pants. So, definitely, if you guys haven't played it and you only have a PS4, it's a good game. Go get it. Great game for the Resident Evil series. But if you have a 3DS, 3D is definitely the way to go. No question about it. Crash Bandicoot is also coming back, guys. And Sugah and I were watching the
gameplay yesterday.
yeah, gameplay footage. It looks really fucking good. And not only that, like the second we started watching that gameplay footage, Sugah and I were like, oh, our childhood. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got really excited.
Right?
I was like, oh my god, the waterfall started spinning. And I was like, oh man. Because those are the mechanics that we had to learn, that we had to understand. Like this is new.
This was R-rated.
This is all new mechanics. Oh man, for real though, like having to get
boss
around
mechanics. Like
obstacles
not only the levels, but the boss mechanics. 'Cause there were bosses.
Goodness.
But yeah, getting around whirlpools, pit holes, rolling rocks. What else? So much good stuff.
So much.
So it's
fun.
so Crash Bandicoot, the Insane trilogy is coming out June 30th, and it's gonna have Crash Bandicoot 1, Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back, a little bit of playoff Star Wars there, Empire Strikes Back, and Crash Bandicoot 3, Warped. So you're getting 3 remastered Crash Bandicoot games for $40. I'm telling, I was telling Sugah, I'm like, we're getting this day one. We're gonna have so much fun. We're not only gonna relive childhood memories, because I played the shit out of Crash Bandicoot 2. The little guy is going to be able to play Crash Bandicoot now and make his own Crash Bandicoot memories.
Right.
So that'll be really fucking fun.
So much fun. It's going to be so...
It was just such a good game.
So
like,
much fun.
It is up there with like the Marios and the Zeldas and those game mechanic games that were just really fun to play. So Guys, get excited. June 30th, Crash Bandicoot. I know I'll pre-order mine probably come July sometime. Or July. April. $40. That is not a bad price. $40.
No.
Alright, guys. The Division. The Division, guys. Stepping up. Division. We've had 1 full year of the Division. Okay.
We were Division hyped this time last year.
This time last year, we were so Division hyped. And, please go invisible. Thank you. And they've given us a 1-year anniversary gift. If you log into the Division, you're gonna get 2 times the high value target rewards. You're gonna get 2 times the field proficiency cachets. You're gonna get a new celebration emote, and you're gonna get 200 premium credits. Now,
Let's get a closer look.
hooray! We're celebrating 1 year of the Division. And they have said there's no word on a sequel, no word on the Division 2. But they have said, Gowsy, that there's going to be a year 2 of the Division, Gow. Year 2 of the Division. And it's coming with DLC, buddy. There's going to be a whole nother year of Division DLC.
Okay. Division DLC.
Okay.
And we're getting 3 expansions, Gow. We're getting 3 more
Okay, so
expansions.
it's not going to be Division 2. It's just going to be more DLCs for this one.
Right. We're gonna get 3 more expansions. We're just getting
Does
more
that
DLC
mean we
for
have to
this
buy
one.
another season pass?
Gowsy,
How much?
how much would you pay for another season pass for the Division?
Average season pass price?
$50? $40?
50.
Some
Yeah, I guess.
some are. Some are
Yeah,
50.
that's right. Yeah.
Some are 50.
Yeah.
Some are 40.
Yeah.
Resident Evil was 30. You know.
Right. So,
So 3 expansions. What? $10 an expansion? $30? Maybe $40?
yeah. That sounds about right.
Okay. Well, what if I were to tell you, Gowsy, it's completely fucking free?
It's free, gal. It's fucking free.
Free.
It's gonna be
you not.
free.
It's gonna be free.
If you've got the Division, and they weren't 100% clear if it was just people who have the Division or if it's people who've
Yeah.
already bought the expansions. It might be if you've already bought the expansions, you're gonna get the new DLC for free. But it might be that if you just own the Division, you'll get year 2 DLC for free. But anyway, it's free. It's
That's
free.
cool.
Gonna be free.
Right? So, rehype, I'm hyped up. Like, not only did we get The Last Stand, which I have to try out, but a whole another year of Division, and it's free! And it's completely free!
It's gonna be free.
So, I'm not gonna lie, this kind of makes it worth the money that I paid for.
Doesn't it?
The fact that they're gonna have a whole second year of DLC, and I don't have to pay for it.
Shanks.
And I don't have to pay for it. And I don't have to pay for
It's
it.
gonna
See,
be
that's
free.
cool. That's cool.
That is really fucking
Get
cool.
off the ogre.
So, good times having been had. And not only that, Gal, not only did they say that this expansion, this DLC, it's going to be free, and it's going to be year 2, it's going to be fun, they also said it is going to be more story-based. All right,
That's cool.
The director confirmed that we're going to have more story and more narrative. Dude, more story. That is awesome. What if Destiny said, guys, we're just going to give you a whole year of DLC and we're going to give you more story? We are going to have time to explain why we didn't have time to explain. For
That
free.
would be cool.
That would be cool.
For free.
Unfortunately,
That would
Bungie
be
isn't doing
very
it.
cool.
But the good people over at Massive are doing it. So there you have it. I'm feeling good. I'm
Which,
feeling
you know what?
pretty good.
That is really cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Actually, it is.
Yeah, when you really think about it, you're like, that is
Gonna be
awesome.
free.
That is fucking awesome. Guys, the last bit of video game news here is PS4 got an update. I'm sure you guys noticed. Update 4.5.
Yeah.
I heard a couple rumors in what this this update was in regards to. However, we have the facts, so we'll go ahead and we'll let you know what this update actually did to your system. So this update was the majority of it was for PS Pro owners, like the PS4 Pro. They added boost mode to the PS4 Pro. Thank you, Sugar. They also added an update to like PSVR, your PlayStation. That way, PSVR looks and feels better. Now, that's the stuff they did for PS Pro and for PSVR. Now, Soopkichen, I don't have a PS4 Pro. I don't have a PlayStation VR. What did this PlayStation update do for me, the regular PS4 owner? Well, good thing you asked.
Yeah.
Before, when you were offline, but you were logged into PlayStation app on your phone, it would mark you as online. This would happen to me a lot, where people would send me messages and they're like, hey, come play, or send me party invites. And I wasn't at home. I was at work, but because I was on my phone logged in, it showed that I was online. So now PlayStation, through this update, has put a little phone symbol on your PlayStation screen when you see your friend's tag, and if you see that little phone, that means, hey, they're logged into their phone. They're not really in front of their TV.
So stop sending them
stop
messages.
Fucking sending me requests and shit.
Sorry.
I'm not in my system.
You're at work.
I'm trying to work. Guys, I don't remember if we talked about this in the show, but we definitely talked about this at some point in our party chat communication history.
Funny story for you.
We talked about how wouldn't it be cool if when someone sent you a party invite, and you weren't necessarily, because it happens to me all the time, and you aren't in front of your TV, if you could send, like, on your phone, if you could send a message that's like a quick reply, that's like, hey, not really at home right now, or hey, I'm not home, but the kid is watching Netflix, that's why I'm logged in. Well, right. PlayStation has stolen that idea, and they've made it a thing. Party chat is now going to have quick replies. It's going to, they're going to have saved quick replies where it's like, I'll join you later, or sorry, can't join now. So that's something really cool that was added to the update. It's
because we'll be in the middle of a movie, and we're getting party invites.
Yeah, same thing. We're like watching Netflix.
Just trying to watch TV.
Just, trying to watch a little Netflix. Yeah. I'm just trying to binge 54 episodes of this show, and I keep getting party invites. So
what is up with that?
What is up with that shit? So that's a nice little quality of life improvement there.
That's cool.
Now another thing that they did was for Share Factory owners, PlayStation Share Factory. It's a neato program where you can edit videos and pictures and sound and stuff. I use it to make intros and outros for YouTube videos. They have added the ability to import your own videos, music, and images, and then use those to clip and clone and use as stickers. And they've added the clone feature, by the way. So they've just updated Share Factory in general. They've added new textures. They've updated the UI. I think they've added some new fonts. So, guys, if you guys use Share Factory for any media, whether it's making YouTube videos or sharing videos on PlayStation Factory or PlayStation Share, and you guys got a whole bunch of new stuff to toy around with and use. You might go in there later and check it out and see what's up. But yeah, there you go. That was basically the sum of your PS4 4.5 update. There were a couple of little other details for the Share Factory. I didn't want to get into all the Share Factory stuff. But if you want to go check it out, go ahead and check out the PlayStation website, and they'll let you know everything that they added to Share Factory with Update 4.5. Guys, let's move away from our video game news now that it's all done and summed up.
Which is some really good, awesome news.
Yeah. Let's go over to our next segment of the day. Cinema Madness.
Madness.
Now, we're going to start off with... We don't have a lot of Cinema Madness news. But we're going to start off with the box office numbers. Because we were talking about this last week. And,
Yes.
and so let's ring it in. Kong, Skull Island came in at number 1 this weekend with $65 million.
And who called
And that's
that?
domestic. And that was DJJ Gao that called that one. And it did. It overtook Logan. Logan came in second with 34 point something million.
So it doubled Logan.
It doubled Logan. And then, what was it? Get Out came in third. So.
Oh, yeah, okay, okay. Yep.
So, Kong, Skull Island. Did you see it, Gao?
No.
Okay.
We've been kind of sick.
Right. It's been that time. I'm pretty sick too. But
Yeah,
They brought
I
a
mean,
tank to a gunfight.
Sick ass sickies.
but
yeah.
I think this top of the box office, unfortunately for Skull Island, it's probably a good movie, but it probably won't be number 1 in the box office come next week. Because next week is the release of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Disney is going to take that ass and just own it.
Yeah, they are going to smack it.
Yeah, they're in for it. Like, not only is Beauty and the Beast like a classic,
But
but it's live action. So even people who don't know Beauty and the Beast are gonna go see Beauty and the Beast. So, I'm telling you guys, Beauty and the Beast. I was telling Sugah last night. I was like, we need to go see this because, oh man, fuck you. Beauty and the Beast was fucking awesome. Like, sure, it's a kid Disney movie, but you know what? I'll watch that motherfucker right now.
It was in my top 3 when I was a kid. Top 3 favorite.
I don't know about top 3, but definitely top 10
No,
now in RL.
It was like top 3, like of like the girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the girls. top
Of the
three
girl
pick.
of the
The
girls,
girls
because
top
of course I had
Yeah.
Little Mermaid, Pocahontas, and then Beauty and the Beast. Like they were my top. They made me. And then Mulan came in, and I was like, oh man, because she was a little newer.
Mulan was like, what, 98?
Yeah, I was a little older, but still. So then it
Can't
became
wait
a
for
thing.
that
So
Mulan
then it,
live
like,
action
became
movie.
A thing. I think actually,
And then it's going to be a white actress.
I think Belle got bumped down. Oh my god, I'd be so mad. Oh, don't say that.
Don't say that. What? Jimmy Olsen can be African American, but Mulan can't be white?
Oh, stop. They fuck Mulan up. Oh.
No, I actually think there is an all-Asian cast confirmed for Mulan.
Good. Yeah. Fuck Mulan up. Do you understand?
And for the Lion King live action movie, James Earl Jones is going to voice Mufasa. So
Mufasa.
right, which he did originally. So it's gonna be awesome.
That's cool.
Right?
Yep.
I want them to bring Ferris Bueller back. I want them to bring Ferris Bueller back too, so he can do Simba. I want them to bring all those people back to do voiceovers. Why not? Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Matthew
little
Broderick.
JTT to do
Matthew
baby
Broderick
Simba?
did Simba.
Let's keep moving.
What'd you say, guy?
Matthew Broderick did Simba.
Yeah, he did.
Adult Simba.
Yeah, adult Simba, not kid Simba.
Adult Simba.
That was
Yeah, okay.
JTT.
Adult/teenage Simba.
Teenage, yeah.
Because when he's with Timon and Pumbaa, he's like in his teenage years.
Yeah.
I don't want to get over the timeline of Lion King. Like, he defeated Scar at 22. So definitely Beauty and the Beast is taking over. guys, and other... Is it Disney? I don't think it was. No, maybe it was Jumanji Disney?
No, I don't think so.
No, right? It was Universal?
Yeah.
Well, in other movie news, we will be getting our Jumanji trailer soon. The Rock's Jumanji.
The Rock.
Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
I mean, yeah, this video game Jumanji.
This video game Jumanji movie.
Why don't you just give me a video game?
Why don't you just give me a video game movie? Why don't you just give me Ready Player One? So yeah, guys, Dwayne The Rock Johnson has posted on Twitter, and he said that they're going to show the trailer for Jumanji at CinemaCon, which is March 27th through 30th. So, at the end of the month, we will be getting our first look at Jumanji. And believe me, we are going to talk about it here. We're either going to talk about how much we hate it or how much we fucking love it. Sugar's going to be like, this was disgusting. This is an atrocity to the title Jumanji.
The hatred is real.
And it is just going to be... It's the way we bash The Walking Dead. That's the way Sugar's gonna bash Jumanji. This is just gonna be
Jumanji's gonna be even harder because that was a movie that was definitely on repeat in our home regularly. Like every time it came on TV, every time. Like, oh my goodness, watch that movie so much. As like a teenager in high school, because we did not have a lot of channels to pick from and I didn't get a lot of TV time, when that came on, it was like, well, this is what I'm watching.
Yo, I remember getting Jumanji for Christmas. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I got new shoes for Christmas too. And then in that movie, like, the dude made shoes, and then
he did.
The kid fucked it up, and then it fucked up the factory machine, and then the dude like went on to become a cop when he could have been like a millionaire making Jordans. But I was like, whoa! I was like, this movie is about these shoes. Anyway. Yeah, I'm with you there. Like, it was one of those movies that we just like saw all the time. It was like, it was a family movie, so your parents would watch it with you, and they would laugh too. And
it was hilarious.
I will see what The Rock does with it, but I feel like I'm gonna have to buy Sugah a copy of the Jumanji movie that The Rock makes, and then I'm gonna have to wrap a baseball bat with some barbed wire so she could just fucking go Negan on this DVD and
so
just beat the shit out of it, and then I'll put it up on YouTube, guys. Because that's how much hate there's going to be.
If it's good, there will be no hatred. There will be nothing.
Already, though, you're like, oh, it's not even based on the board game. It's based on the video game.
And that's why I'm going to look at it separately. I'm going to be like,
there's already so much salt on the wound
I know.
that any more is going to bury you.
No, that's how I feel about Ghostbusters.
You might as well be a dad on the beach whose kid has like buried him up to his neck in sand. But for you, it's just salt for Jumanji.
I know. It's because they continue to take things that were something that I contribute to who I am today and what I enjoy, and they're taking it and they're distorting it instead of just coming up with a new name. Like, just come up with a new name. Hey, if this is your inspiration, awesome. Be like, yo, how cool would
there were
it
so
be?
there were so many movies that were inspired by other movies that had the same tone and feel, but weren't.
But why do you have to call it that? Like, I feel like you're just trying to fucking make money off of it, and that pisses me the fuck off. Like, it pisses me off. It pisses me off. It pisses me off. You're just trying to make money out of something, and I feel that it's very unoriginal. That's why it pisses me off. Like, you can't come up with a better goddamn name. You have to come up with the same thing, even though it's nothing at all like it. It's your interpretation. Like, yo, this is my interpretation on milk, and I'm gonna call it cow's milk because that's what I want to fucking call it. I don't give a shit that there's already cow milk.
Cow juice.
Moo juice.
But that's the thing. They're not calling it moo juice. They're calling it fucking milk. They're like, yo, this is some milk. And I'm like, bitch, milk has already been invented. You didn't invent the fucking wheel. You can fuck off.
Yo, moo
So
juice.
I'm just a
Hashtag
little-
moo juice.
Like the salt, you're right. The salt is real. Okay.
Yeah, this movie's dead before it even comes out.
And I feel like that they're doing that with everything. That's what life is right now, and I'm a salty ass bitch, okay? I'm a salty ass bitch.
There you go, guys. That's a preview for when the Jumanji trailer comes out. It's a little taste of what you're going to be hearing in a couple of weeks. But,
So you're gonna sculpt this full-size sugar out of salt. So this is how her opinion
So
is.
get ready.
right? We're gonna change her name from Sugah to Salty Tits.
Salty tits.
You think they banned me there
It's not gonna be Sugah Tits anymore. It's gonna be Salty Tits.
You think they banned salty tits? Oh my goodness.
But guys, let's go
We
over
lost
to.
Oh,
hey,
shit.
Salty. Let's go over to the last bit, the very last bit of movie news. And I wasn't going to cover it at first, but a lot of people are talking about it, so fuck it, I might as well do it. But guys, Matthew Vaughn is being considered as the director for the Man of Steel 2. So the next Superman movie. Guys, what do you guys think about this? Obviously, it fucking ruins the spoiler that Superman is coming back because he fucking died in Batman v Superman, and now he's obviously coming back during Justice League. So thank you for fucking ruining it. Spoiler a fucking alert. But
I knew he wasn't dead.
how are you going to kill Superman, make it like a huge point, and then like
Ignitions hooked up to each structural.
It's okay.
It's because
Right
they
at
killed
the
him too
very
early.
end.
It's because they killed him
Right
so
at the
early.
very end, you saw the dirt on the casket move.
you did,
So
but
you knew he wasn't dead.
Oh, tell me, Soop. Tell me how you
'Cause he
feel.
can't die.
whatever.
He
I'm not
can't
gonna go into a
die.
whole Batman v Superman rant because that'll just be like we already have to talk about The Walking Dead. But anyway, Man of
Oh,
Steel
snap.
2.
Go scams.
Shut it down, Guardian.
Matthew Vaughn, he co-wrote Kick-Ass, X-Men First Class, Kingsman Secret Service, which is a really good fucking movie.
Yep.
And he was the first director attached to X-Men Days of Future Past before it got swapped out. But according to the Collider, he is in talks of being the director for Man of Steel 2. Guys, I feel like we had this discussion last week. They're looking for directors for new movies, and they haven't even found the directors for the movies that they're currently making.
I know.
Like, The Flash still doesn't have a director.
And yet they're still like, let's make new movies. What else are we doing?
Why are we looking for a director for the Superman movie? No one's waiting on the Superman movie. We're all waiting on this Flash movie. Why is there no director being looked for this Flash movie? I don't understand. That's okay. This is probably why I'm not a millionaire mogul, because I don't understand.
You just don't
I
understand.
just don't
Soop Kitchen.
understand.
You don't understand. You
This
don't
is-
understand.
This is why I'm a middle class streamer. Because I just don't understand these business decisions.
You don't understand. You don't understand. Soop Kitchen.
So, guys, and there you have it. You know, Matthew Vaughn, you know, in talks, nothing else. You know, there's no script, there's no story. I mean, so there's no talks for a bad guy, no talks about who's going to be cast yet. Just, you know, Matthew Vaughn may direct the next Superman movie. There you guys have it. You're gonna see it all over Facebook and whatnot because it's a thing, and people are excited about.
I mean, what
Question
what
mark?
else? What else?
I don't know.
What else is there to get excited about?
I don't know. The Wonder Woman movie's coming out. I'm not excited about the Wonder Woman movie. I think not because I'm a sexist pig and I'm like, ugh, female superheroes. It just looks too much like Captain America to me. It's like Wonder Woman fighting in American colors in like World War II. We'll see. We'll see at the end of the day what it looks, what the movie, you know, actually is. But from all the trailers I've seen, it just looks like Captain America, the first Avenger.
Yeah, it does.
And I've seen that movie already, so I don't need to pay $16 to see it again. You know, I'll wait for Redbox. But who knows? Maybe it's gonna be badass. Maybe Maybe because we'll see. Because if you just pit Wonder Woman against humans during World War II, that's just not
gonna win.
Of course, you're right. Of course, she's gonna win.
Like,
That's not
do
a
you
very
not
exciting
understand
story.
who she is?
That's like Superman 2 being like, Superman handles road rage. Of course, Superman is gonna, fuck up the guy who cut him off at the expressway. There's no doubt about it, Like, I don't, Wonder Woman versus a whole bunch of Nazis.
She's gonna fuck it.
Spoiler alert, Nazis win! Nazis fucking win! Wonder Woman dies, spoiler alert. Gal believes it.
Wonder Woman dies. I believe. Oh yeah, thanks.
Like, don't ruin it for me.
Oh no, I'm not into the Wonder Woman thing at all.
I mean, I like Wonder Woman. I'm totally into Wonder Woman. Like, she's a really cool character, strong woman. Like,
she's a great character. It's just the way that they've developed it over time.
Yeah, the way
I'm
she's
happy
been
with
written. Wonderful.
Yeah, I don't feel that in
she
any
easily
way her
she
character
she
is...
deserves to stand there next to Batman and Superman.
Right?
Like, she doesn't feel like the third wheel.
Never.
Not at all.
If anything, Superman to me kind of feels like the third wheel sometimes. But anyway, that'll be it for our cinema news, guys. Let's go into our last segment of the day, the segment that gets Sugah the saltiest, which will change soon once Jumanji starts coming out. But the saltiest segment of the day, guys, the walking filler. Guys, we got a brand spanking new episode of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And we'll recap it for you guys. And there was, I don't know, not a lot, kind of a lot. There wasn't really much story.
No.
So
no, there wasn't.
We start off with 5 people loading one cantaloupe into the back of a truck. And then we cut back. We see, this is a Kingdom episode. We see the Kingdom. We see Richard. We see Morgan. We see them do an exchange with Negan's people, the Saviors. And during this exchange, they get blocked up, right, on their way by a whole bunch of shopping carts. They've been lined up and they've blocked the path. And they get out of the car, the truck, the convoy, and they start looking around to see if they can find anyone. They're assuming it's a trap, and someone has set it up, and at any moment now, people are going to come out with guns and steal their shit.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. So they look around, and the only thing they find is a grave, and with a sign, a cardboard sign that says "Bury me here." And then the king goes into this whole speech about how this world has made people mad, and the kid. What was the kid's name?
Douglas. I don't know.
Anyway, that
Benjamin.
Benjamin. You're right, Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin.
That young Jedi disciple that Morgan was training.
No, all those orbs. All those orbs.
So yeah, so Benjamin. Benjamin kind of tells Ezekiel that the world's gotten mad, but you've made a new world where luckily we can keep our sanity and we're good people and all that good stuff and all that good inspiring stuff. So they get the shopping carts out of their way and they proceed to meet Negan's people. They meet Negan's people and already there's tension. That asshole who took Morgan's stick is kind of showing it out, hey, look at me, I'm so good with this shit.
Yeah,
I can stick too. So they get there. The Saviors are already pissed off because they're late, and they don't want to hear the fact that they were late because the road was blocked up.
Why?
Already they start with their bullying shit, and it ends up with them being short. So the Kingdom is short one fucking cantaloupe. One. Not one crate of cantaloupes. Not like 12. One. One fucking cantaloupe. And that bully motherfucker pulls the gun and he's about to shoot Richard. And Richard is ready. Richard is ready to die. And he's ready to become a martyr for this cause. And this guy, what he does is he shoots Benjamin in the leg instead of shooting Rich.
He shoots him in the belly and the leg. He shoots him twice.
He shot him twice?
Yeah, he shot him twice. He shot him in the leg.
I only
and he
heard
shot him
one
in the belly.
shot.
Yeah, I only
Really?
saw one shot.
Yeah.
Swear
Shot
there
him in the
were
leg.
Could have sworn it was the leg. Just the leg.
Just the leg. I think the blood from them working on him got on his belly. But I think he shot him in the leg.
Yeah, I think it was just a leg shot because
I'll
there was
believe you.
only one
Two
shot.
against one.
But you're like the vote has been cast. So they shoot him. They
Let's go
take
to the
him.
tower.
They take him, and they have to. They
Take
have
him to
get,
Carol's.
They take him to Carol's because they can't get him to the kingdom in time for medical attention. They take him to Carol's.
Nope.
They try to save his life, but they can't. He bleeds out and he dies. This sets Morgan mad. He starts going back into crazy Morgan mode. I don't know if you guys remember that from like back in what it was season 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. Crazy Morgan mode.
Crazy
Yep.
Morgan, and Rich is upset. We go back to the kingdom. Morgan goes out. He's walking around. He's going crazy. And he finds the fucking cantaloupe. He finds the crate and he finds the cantaloupe. He then figures out that it was Rich who took out the cantaloupe when they were distracted with the shopping carts blocking up the road.
It was Richard that did all that.
Yeah, it was Rich that did all that. He blocked up shopping carts. He did all that.
He made him into an arrow. Did you notice?
Did not.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
if you-
to like,
They look
I
like
saw-
an
yeah.
arrow
To
pointing
point to the
like,
grave?
go this
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what is
And
this
then
up
he was
here?
like-
It's my cat's tail. So Morgan confronts Richard. Richard tells the truth. Morgan is fucking pissed. Morgan tells Richard that he basically has to tell the king, and Richard's like, yeah, I'll fucking tell the king when the time is right. Morgan, I mean,
Takes things into his own hands.
He basically pents up this rage, right? He's angry as fuck. They have to go deliver the one cantaloupe that they missed out on for the next shipment. And when they're there, Morgan fucking snaps from all this pent-up rage that he's had over Benjamin's death. And he fucking goes ham on Richard and kills him in front of the saviors and in front of the
What are
kingdom.
you talking about? It was a part of the plan the whole time.
And it was part of the plan the whole time. Yeah, I mean, basically, right? That's what
'Cause
Richard wanted.
Richard was like, we gotta
Someone
have a
has to
plan.
die
He's like, someone has to die
in order for the king to want to do something
and
about the saviors.
we have to make it look. He's like, we have to make the saviors think that we're like
Right.
really, really sorry. We're really, like the whole thing like that.
Right.
And so Morgan, didn't really say yes, but in his mind, he was like, all right, let's do this plan.
He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you anyway.
He's like, I'm gonna kill you anyway, so you might as well be a part of the plan. Because he got super, like, after he killed him, he's like, we understand our place. And did you see Dude was scared of Morgan.
Yeah, he was
like,
a little
they
scared
were
of Morgan.
scared.
They were like,
Well, yeah.
damn. Because
Dude doesn't need sticks, guns, nothing.
We took all their weapons away, and he just used his bare hands to, like,
Kill this dude.
murder someone. So, definitely, I think that's put a little fear into the saviors there.
I
And
think
he's
so
like,
too.
and he was like, no, we're sorry. We get it. We get it.
We get it.
And he, like, had that little tear in his
he's like,
eyes.
we know what we need to do. So he decides he's not going to go back with the kingdom. He's
like, I'm too crazy.
I'm gonna go crazy and just walk around by myself out here. And he uses his stick and he goes on a rampage and he kills like, 2 dozen walkers, and then he ends up at Carol's place. And he's like, I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the fucking truth. And he tells Carol about Abraham and Glenn getting their heads bashed in. He tells her that Spencer's dead and Olivia's dead. And that, you know what? Basically, Rick and the others, they're fucking living for the Saviors. And Rick has got this plan and he wants to fight the Saviors. So he kind of gets Carol back into
Giving a shit
warrior mode.
Yeah.
Yep.
Makes her realize that it's not about her.
Yeah, right. Makes her realize that she just can't sit around and fucking
And that people
read
she
books.
cares
Read
about are gonna
books.
die. They gonna die. Because you ain't doing nothing
So
about
yeah,
it, bitch.
so she kind of just realized that, you know what, there's no one else that's gonna come around. If I don't protect the people that I care about, ain't no one else gonna do it. Like, I'm glad you came to that realization now, 7 seasons into The Walking Dead, Carol.
Took you long enough.
It took you long enough. So, and then Morgan starts to walk away. And Carol's like, you don't have, where are you going? He's like, I can't, I can't be here. I'm going.
I need my own house, woman.
I'm going off.
I need my own house.
And she's like, well, you can be nowhere and somewhere at the same time like me. She's like, I'm clever. I'm not in the kingdom, but I live near the kingdom.
When she said that he gave her this look like, woman, my wife is dead and I don't have to deal with that shit anymore. This is like, I am not about to deal with that confusing. Well, I'm mad at you, but I'm not mad at you shit.
And he basically does. At the end of the episode, we get a view where he's like at his own house. He's found himself his own house. Because fuck you, Carol. It's the zombie apocalypse. There's plenty of fucking empty houses out here.
Bitch.
So he finds his own house and he's whittling his stick away, obviously into a point, right? So it's pointy at the end. Cause this is it. Morgan has snapped. He is back to crazy warrior Morgan.
Assassin mode.
So that's the recap. That's where it ends. Guys, I was telling Sugah, I feel like the characters are looping around a lot. Right?
Yeah.
Because
their personality.
Carol was weak, and then she was strong, warrior-like, and then she was weak and unsure again. And then she's warrior-like. She got kicked out of the group, so she wasn't there. And this time she left, so she wasn't there. Same thing with Morgan. Morgan was cool, then he's crazy, and then he was cool again, and then he's crazy, and then they found him in the woods, and they taught him how to jiu-jitsu, and then he was normal, and now he's crazy again. And Rick, like, I was telling Sugah, like, Rick went from, like, clean shave to beard to clean shave. I'm like, the beard's coming back.
He's about to be
He's going to have that forest beard, lumberjack beard again. Carl, I was telling Sugah, Carl's gonna get his eye back.
He's gonna get his eye back.
Smart ass.
They're gonna find a glass eye somewhere.
Oh my god.
But seriously though, like these characters just keep going around in circles. And I was telling Sugah, I'm like, I guess it's human nature, but it just kind of makes for a dull show where it's like season 7 and Carol has to get over her shit, and then we see this again later in like season 10.
Yeah.
Like, all right. What do you think? What did you think of this episode?
Eh.
Right. It wasn't the best episode. We understand. It got shit started. It got shit moving in the direction that they needed to move it.
I mean, they have to build up somehow for the final show. I mean, there's only 3 left. So. But
what was this episode? 12?
Was it 12?
I think it was.
I don't know, but
we got 2 left.
I'm not
3
sure.
left.
3 left? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it was just, I don't know. It's like just going downhill.
Well,
It's like, come on, man.
So my big thing. So towards the end, I made up a little song for cause what were they doing at the end?
Well, they were
they were
planting,
planting.
right?
They were planting.
Because Carol was like, "I'm ready to fight," and she goes over to the king, and she's like, "We need to get ready." Right? She's basically offered herself to train.
She's like, "I'm ready.
And...
Finally, I'm ready. I'm here for you. I offer myself." And he was like, "Yeah, there's a time to fight, but that's not now.
Now we must plant trees."
And I'm not saying I didn't, enjoy that solitary moment at the end. I would have enjoyed it more if that was the only moment that they had done that. But it was one of those, like, I made up this little song, and I was like, all right, so now Morgan and now Carol, and they're just... They're putting these, like, emotional moments in, like, it's exactly what you said, Gal, and I'm not saying I don't get it, but they want me to know these characters, and they want to draw out these scenes and these conclusions on things that I can, like, figure out myself. Like, I didn't need to see I didn't need to see her go back to the kingdom. She had already decided when she talked to Morgan, like, why do I need reiteration that she needs, like,
right,
why do I need
actually
to see
her walking down the road?
Why do I need to see her walking down the road? Why do I need to see her?
Why can't I just see her there next episode training people?
She's there. She's ready to go. Like, I almost feel like they're not allowing me to figure out anything, to have any assumption. Like, they're playing out every scene that's in my mind, and it's like, well, like, there's no putting any piece together. And so that's why it's like, you could be spending more time doing other things. I don't need you to fill in the gaps in my mind. That's what my imagination is for. Like that, like, that's what it's for.
That's what it's for. It's true. It's true. And Guillermo del Toro said this once. He said a smart writer and director will give the audience point A and point C, and just assume that the audience is smart enough to put two and two together to come up with point B on their own, instead of giving you the linear point A, point B, and point C.
Exactly, like the imagination, the wondering if, because also, like, I feel like it ruins certain things for me. I almost hate it when people you're like, because I envisioned something different. I had something else in my mind, and you're like, I guess this is how it is now.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like, The Sixth Sense would have been a completely different movie had they drip fed you that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. Spoiler alert, in case you haven't fucking seen The Sixth Sense. He's a fucking
we were just
ghost.
Gonna watch that tonight.
Oh shit!
God damn, he's dead.
Yeah, spoiler alert. He's the alien. He's the alien that's not the grandparent.
Damn.
I just put 3 Shyamalan movies together.
I guess
if you can tell me which ones they are, you get a prize.
For, right?
Yeah.
Every time he's in a room, there's a red door or something's red. Red, dead. I get it.
So, I don't know. Gal said 3 episodes left.
3 episodes. Then they got to do something because they're ruining my show. It's pissing me off.
I had seen your complaint on Facebook the other day how AMC has just got too many commercials between
oh
filler.
My God.
I couldn't even, we watch it online. I couldn't even fathom not only having to sit through a dull episode of The Walking Dead, but having to sit through the episode and commercials on top of it.
And commercials. Like every 5 minutes.
I don't know. I'd pull a Carol and get the fuck out of there.
It felt like it. I mean, seriously.
I wouldn't be able to talk about the show because I wouldn't be watching it. I'd be like, oh, man.
Yeah, because it's commercial, and then commercial, and then commercial, then they show something of Fear the Walking Dead, and you think, all right, we're going back to the show. Commercial, commercial, commercial. You're like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's true. It's true.
So they're like ruining the show.
They're filling the show with more filler. They're just filling you up. They're trying to fill you down.
They're just trying to fill you up.
They're trying to fill your mind.
They're giving you all this fucking salad.
Well, now
don't worry, the steak's coming. I'm just going to need you to finish these other 2 heads of lettuce before we can bring out the filet mignon.
Yeah. Let's strap down this crate from wall to wall here and stick one cantaloupe in
That's
there.
a very good analogy, Boo. I very much feel like that's what they're trying to do. They're like, yo, here is this all-you-can-eat fucking dinner. You pay your $50 for it. All-you-can-eat steak, mashed potatoes, you name it, asparagus, blah, blah, blah. You go, you sit down. They're like, all right, here's the salad. You're like, well, I guess I don't really want to fill up on salad. I don't want to fill up on steak, but thanks. They're like, no. Salad,
No,
salad.
take your salad.
Salad, more salad. Take it.
Here's
take
your
it,
Morgan
take it,
salad,
take it.
your Carol
And
salad.
you're,
Oh,
like,
don't forget your
trying-
bread and your bread and your bread.
And you're like trying to hold out, and you're like, well, I'm hungry, and I'll eat a little. And they're like, oh, the steak is just coming out. Just a few more minutes.
Yeah, just a few more
Just a
minutes. Why don't you
few
just
more
keep
minutes.
enjoying this bottomless bread basket?
And the end of the season is gonna come, Gal, and you're only gonna have like a bite of steak, like a
Because you're
bite
just
of
5
so
minutes.
fucking full of this other
I'll
stuff.
see it go on the grill and I'll just smell it. And over.
Exactly.
Oh no, I'm done.
Done. And that's what they're gonna
I'm full.
do. We were watching Charlie from Emergency Awesome, and he's like, I wonder if we're gonna actually like see, the fight, or if they're just gonna tease it. And I was like, Charlie, what are you even talking about? All they're gonna do is tease it. Like, it's gonna be right up until the moment something dramatic's gonna happen. We're gonna hear a gunshot. We're gonna see a perspective from one angle, but we won't actually
Yeah.
be able to see
It's gonna be like that Charlie's Angels
what
poster.
it is.
Dun, 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 and freeze.
Boom. And then that's
Next
gonna be
time
it.
on Walking
Yeah,
Dead.
who got shot? Wait a whole year.
And then,
Who got shot?
when we come back, season 1 is not gonna start where we left off. It's gonna
Right.
start like 2
Flashback.
weeks later, or a flashback.
Flashback. Carol read this really interesting thing in a book while she was chilling at the
Yeah, I
house.
was just thinking it's gonna show Carol reading a book.
I don't even know why we're watching this. Like, we could just write this show. I know.
Turns a page, paper cut. Oh, just
And she gets zombified.
5 minutes of different angle shots of the paper cut, like
Slow-mo.
and then the intro to The Walking Dead. And you're like,
And
what?
then they
This
come
isn't where
back
we
with a
left
paper
off.
cut again.
Right, and then you're like, fuck, this is where we left off last season.
And then it shows her in a body bandage. I got a paper cut.
So, fuck, there you have it, guys. 3 more episodes.
Yeah.
This season is over, and then we're gonna have to pick a new show to talk
And,
about during the downtime.
Game of Thrones.
I don't think so, but
Oh.
guys, let's do plugs before we get out of here. Gauzy, where can the good people of the internet find you?
They can find me on Facebook, Dave Jersey, Plattsburgh, New York, and on Twitter under DJJ Gow.
And on farmersonly.com.
Farmers
Sexy
Only Dating
Cowboy.
Service. Yes.
Sexy Cowboy 99.
I'm wearing a flannel shirt and holding a cup of moo juice.
Holding a cup of moo juice. Some freshly squeezed moo juice.
Slowly pouring it over my chest.
Oh my goodness.
Sugar, where can people find you?
The internet people can find me online on the internet at Adela Red. Whether that be the Instagram or the Facebook, you can check it out. Even the Twitter sometimes. So, yes, Adela Red.
Guys, I am Soopkichen. That's Soopkichen. You guys can find me on Twitter, because I don't have a set schedule for Twitch, so I'll just tweet it out when I'm going live or when I am live.
Tweet it.
You guys can obviously find me on Twitch, where I am streaming Destiny, Resident Evil, Wildlands, soon. Interesting. Sugar was at work, and she works estate sales. So she has the glorious job of going through people's stuff that they're just going to throw away and sell. So she has to sort it out, like, this is good, we'll sell it, this is crap, throw it away. So she came across a $50 Best Buy gift card. So I'm going to go get Wildlands.
Mm-hmm.
Baby got me a gift card.
I did. I got it.
And I'm going to go get Wildlands.
I got it for you.
Yeah, I played it. I rented it. It was okay. It was good. I'm not going to lie. I had a lot of fun playing with the clan.
He was playing with Chris.
Playing with Chris was fun. Playing with Bad News was a lot of fun. It had that Destiny feel to it, where it was late and Bad News was about to go to bed, and Sugah was coming home, and I had to get off and make food, and we were like, all right, after this mission, and then we would like do the mission and be like, oh, after this mission, because we would like get into another mission, and then it'd be like, well, this one's right here. How about after this mission? Like, all right, well, this is definitely the last one. So it was really fun, and then with friends. It's good with friends and with by yourself. I played it solo campaign and I had a ton of fucking fun. And I played it with accent people and I had even more fun. Being able to just what Bad News and I would do. There are missions where the rebels need supplies, so they need you to like steal a helicopter for them or steal a plane. What Bad News Brown and I would do is we would get in a helicopter, hover over the thing we would need to steal, parachute down, steal it, and get the fuck out of there. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, guys. So you guys can catch me streaming Wildlands probably next week sometime. I'll probably pick it up Thursday.
Very cool.
But yeah, Mexican man in the Wildlands.
Killing those bad hombres.
Yeah, I'm taking out those bad hombres.
Bad hombres.
And of course, guys, you guys can find past episodes of Waking Up with Soop and Sugah on YouTube. Just go ahead and look for Soopkichen. Not only that, guys, you guys can find my my highlight vids, because I do Resident Evil highlight vids, and those are always fun to look at. Because I scream like a little girl sometimes.
Funny. Oh my God! I didn't think you can get that high of a pitch.
So guys, thank you for tuning in. However it is that you're tuning in, whether it's live here on Twitch or later on YouTube, thank you very much, and we appreciate the support. We'll catch you next week, where we'll let you know about daybreak strikes. Destiny's gonna talk to us. Bungie's gonna talk to us about the new weekly stuff tomorrow and what we're gonna have to do every week, and daybreak strikes is something new. They said that they were gonna throw a little mayhem into our strikes, and the trailer showed a lot of supers. So I think there's gonna be a mayhem mechanic to supers at Nightfall,
right?
Or to strikes at Nightfall,
everywhere.
where you get your super juice and your grenades all the time. So.
Lots of points. Lots of points.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, guys, we'll catch you next week. But as far as this episode of Waking Up with Super Sugah, it is over.
Bye,
guys.
Bye.